I knew something was wrong the moment I saw 3 missed calls from my brother and a text that just said, "Call me, emergency." My stomach dropped. My wife Lena was shaking her head, her face pale. "They're saying I sabotaged the clinical trial," she whispered, her voice cracking. "They have security footage." I'd built my whole life around trusting Lena. We met in grad school, both chasing PhDs in biochemistry. She was the brilliant, quiet one, the one who could spot a flawed methodology from a mile away. For 8 years, we were a team. I handled the big picture grant proposals and public-facing work. She was the meticulous genius in the lab. Our shared professional reputation was everything. It was our identity. The betrayal wasn't a single event, it was a slow, surgical dismantling. It started with small things. A reagent would be mislabeled. A data file would corrupt right before a key presentation. I get the blame for the sloppiness, my credibility starting to fray. Lena would be my defender, sighing, "It's just stress, he's got too much on his plate." Meanwhile, she was whispering to our lead investigator, Dr. Vance, suggesting my focus was slipping, that maybe I wasn't cut out for the pressure of the new Alzheimer's drug trial. The final blow was the footage. She'd worn gloves and used my keycard swipe to enter the cold storage unit the night a crucial batch of samples was rendered useless. She'd framed it perfectly. I was suspended, then formally dismissed. The university distanced itself. My career, the work of 15 years, evaporated in a month. The worst part was the private victory in her eyes when she told me she'd stand by me, a performance for the world that hid her cold calculation. I didn't scream or threaten her, I just moved out. I spent months in a fugue state, crashing on my brother's couch, my name toxic in the field. But anger is a cold fuel. I started thinking. Lena was paranoid about digital footprints, but she was arrogant. She thought she'd won. I remembered she kept a physical journal, a holdover from her undergrad days. She thought it was secure, a quaint analog habit. I knew where she hid the key. I waited for a conference she was presenting at her triumphant comeback as the sole author on what was once our research. While she was gone, I retrieved the journal. It was all there. Not just the plotting against me, but her own desperation. She'd made a critical error early in the trial protocol, one that would have invalidated the entire study. She covered it up and needed a scapegoat before an external audit. Me, I didn't go public. I went to Dr. Vance and the university's ethics board with photocopies of the relevant pages. I didn't yell. I just laid the evidence on the table. The investigation was quiet but brutal. The grant money was clawed back. The paper was retracted. Lena didn't get fired. She was allowed to resign to pursue other opportunities, which is academia's way of saying you're permanently blacklisted. Her reputation was annihilated. I heard she moved back to her hometown and works as a lab tech now. I got my name cleared, but the spark was gone. I left research altogether. I got a quiet job consulting. There was no celebration, no victory lap. I just sat in my new apartment, the silence feeling heavy and earned. You can rebuild a career, but you can't rebuild the part of you that believes in people. The silence was the only victory I needed.